During the last 24 hours, the Russians fired on Kharkiv again, and the missile hit the Institute of Endocrine Pathology. In Donbass, Severodonetsk suffered the greatest bombardment. In Severodonetsk, the Russians are destroying the remains of the waterworks and other infrastructure, and are continuing to fire at the hospital where there are still doctors. The enemy concentrated all its strength to take the city and cut the Lysychansk-Bakhmut road. Their goal is to completely prevent the evacuation of people and the delivery of humanitarian aid. Russia has announced that it is using a new generation of laser weapons in Ukraine. First of all, you need to pay attention to the fact that the Russians need to save on missiles and need to explain it somehow. In the propaganda of Nazi Germany, the term Wunderwaffe was coined at the time. The more it became clear that Germany had no chance, the more the propaganda spoke of a wonder weapon that would be so powerful it would become a turning point in the war. So, if the Russians try to talk about a miracle weapon already in the third month of the invasion, it proves the complete failure of their invasion. The International Committee of the Red Cross started the registration of prisoners of war deported by the Russians from the Azovstal plant in Mariupol. Ukrainian soldiers provide their personal data and the name of the closest family member. This information is intended to help find captured soldiers and contact the family. On the other hand, the city of Mariupol itself is threatened with a humanitarian catastrophe. There is not enough food in the city, no drinking water, no electricity. There is also no medicine. There is a risk of cholera, dysentery, or other infectious diseases spreading. There was a threat of complete destruction of life in the Sea of Azov. The bombing of the Azovstal damaged the installation containing tens of thousands of tons of concentrated hydrogen sulfide solution. A leakage of this liquid would completely kill the flora and fauna of the Sea of Azov. If hazardous substances leak, they could then end up in the Black and Mediterranean seas. Since the beginning of the invasion of Ukraine, Russia has already lost 28,500 soldiers, over 3,000 armed combat vehicles, over 1,250 tanks, and 203 aircraft. In the United States, a biographical comic devoted to President of Ukraine was published, entitled Political Power, Volodymyr Zelensky. Previously, Tidal Wave Comics published biographies of Barack Obama, Donald Trump, Condoleezza Rice, George Bush, Justin Trudeau, Nelson Mandela, and other leaders.